Welcome to the future, step inside our AI domain, where the boundaries of imagination start to fade.
Hello and good day. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. I just wanted to jump on another video and show you how I've managed to get DeepSight version 2 running locally on my machine. You can see it down there, it says local usage, and it's generating. You see that it's generating the page for me. Okay, the model that I'm using is, can you guess what model I've used to generate this website about me? I used one tiny sentence. One tiny sentence. I've generated this model, this website. There's a case study. The case study's not. How do I go back? It's an infinite loop. I don't actually know how to use this. This is the first time I've used it. I've only managed to get it working today. First time. It's really quite good. But the model I'm using is OpenAI GPT-OSS-120b. And now you might be thinking, oh, that's fast, you must have a really big card. But no. There's this feature that not one person is talking about called, and look how much VRAM it's using. Okay? And look how much RAM it's using. Okay, I've got a lot of RAM. I've got 256GB of RAM. I've got 16GB VRAM on an RX 780, right? But there's this new feature that nobody's talking about inside LM Studio, and it's called Force Model Expert Weights onto CPU. Okay? Now, the model in this, the expert weights in this are only 7 gig, or only 5 gigabytes. So it only takes 5 to 7 gig of RAM to do this, and it's much faster than doing GPU offload. So you leave GPU offload at 100%, so it's full out of full. If you're lucky enough and you've got enough VRAM, you'll be able to turn this on. But I find turning this off is this offload to KV to cache is something you need to do sometimes. I need to turn this off if the model's bigger than my VRAM, which it is because it's 63.39 gigabyte, and I've got flash attention enabled. So as you can see, I'll show you what happens. That's just one little sentence that came up on there. So yeah, I can save this to a file if I need to. Save the index. I don't know why it's in that language. I think I spelt my name wrong, so it must have assumed that. Let's see what edit does. Okay. So I say make this a square box. Make this a square. Now make this a hero with navigation, say. Just like completely change it. See what it does. But you can see how fast that was. And all I had to do is highlight that. I've not seen this before. I'm learning this as I'm kind of making the video. My light's quite bad. I've got to try and change it back round. There we go. I don't need to draw the curtains because it's too dark. Oh yeah, so I've not actually done this before, so this is like a live test, so it might not work, just so you know that. So I've asked it to change that to a hero, but it's created like a little bouncy ball. There's chat there, there's preview, which is full screen by the looks of it. Okay, so it's still doing some generating on the element. Yeah, so it's still working, so that's locked at the moment. But yeah, the settings are here. I've just put my model in here. I can load any model I like. and I can generate any site that I like. So yeah, I just wanted to highlight that. I've not seen anybody on YouTube mention this new setting in LM Studio and get GPT-OSS-120b running on a 16GB model with GPU fully offloaded and offloading KB caching to GPU with flash attention enabled and only taking up. I know it's generating that at the moment, but that's because once it starts generating the code, it uses the GPU as well. You'll see. It's really fast. I think it's about 15 tokens per second. I'm not saying it's really fast, but it is really fast in comparison to the speeds of this size model. So I should probably go into it a little bit. Let me just do it on the other screen. I'll pause the video so that you don't have to wait around and I don't have to edit it all out and take ages. So here it is. This is the guide to using, let me see if I can make that go wide. Boop, 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 boop. So this is the comprehensive guide to optimizing and configuring GPT-OSS-120b. Right, so what I basically need to show you is it's a mixture model of experts, which allows you to enable that setting in LM Studio. That allows you to enable force model expert weights onto CPU. Okay, which basically makes it sit in the system RAM waiting rather than in the VRAM all the time, and then when it needs to be read from, it runs it in the VRAM and swaps it back when so it switches between the two. So it's got some details. I won't bore you with too much, but what we're looking for is this: active parameters. So when you're looking at that setting, just look for active parameters, and that's pretty much how much VRAM it's going to take when you have this setting enabled. There, that's pretty much how much VRAM it's going to take. So mine's about 5 gig, just over, because I've got because you've got this setting enabled, you're able to push the tokens. Okay, the only reason I've got this enabled is because I've got low tokens. If I really want, I can have maximum tokens and disable that, and the model will be a little bit slower, but I'll be able to have full token speed. Yeah, for all 36 layers are there, and 4 experts. So yeah, that's pretty much the reason I'm able to do this and able to generate such a decent website. This is thinking a little bit too long. Don't know what's happened there, to be honest. Diff update. It's doing some stuff. Maybe I shouldn't have done the editing and should just show you a quick generation. Yeah. What's this one? Redesign your site, enter your website URL. I wonder if this will work. See what happens. This will be fun. I don't think it will. I've only put in a few settings in the back end, so if there's anything that needs to kind of go off and get onto the internet, this is hosted locally on my device. Let me show you. Did that just say it finished with Swandon now? Deep Site is redesigning their site. Let him cook. Alright, and Deep Site. Let him cook then. And it didn't do anything to that. I don't know. Maybe that was because I interrupted it. Do you think I should just refresh the whole page and let it start again? Yeah, because it's not generating anything there. And also I'll show you what happens when you load this model with that enabled, with full context length is too much to fit inside this VRAM. No, that didn't work. So yeah, the example of what I was trying to show you is you can jam that right up to the top and you can turn this off. But obviously with a slightly smaller model, say if it's just slightly bigger than your graphics card, mine's 4 times bigger, but say if yours was like twice as big, you know, you wouldn't need to do, you could have a much bigger window and you wouldn't need to turn this off. And turning this off does make it a little bit slower. It puts it down to about 5 tokens per second, so it drops from about 15 to about 5, which is quite a lot. But it's still as fast as you would type, you know, so so yeah, I'm going to put that back on just for the sake of the video so it's not too slow, and bring that right down to about 16 and reload it. Let's redesign the website. Just to make sure it actually prompts. Yeah, it's generating this time. So hopefully, what that is done, it's got the model to go off and scrape the site. You know, I've got this running locally, and it's quite fast. The generation you've seen at the beginning, how fast it was. I'm going to pause this for a moment, and I'll be back. Oh, I just come back quick, so just so you can see the tokens being generated. So it looks like it's gone off and actually looks at my website. And now it's generating it. So I'm going to leave it generating. And I might just play a bit of Sino music in the background. Turn it down a little bit though, maybe. Let's do voice. Put the sound through my headphones quick, if I can change it. Let's change it to headset.
In the quiet village where shadows play, a spire ascends to the heavens, bold and grey, a dragon white with feathers like the dawn circles above, its presence both shield and brawn. The purple sky, a canvas vast and deep, whispers of secrets that the twilight
Hopefully that's
keeps,
not too loud.
a crucifixion of dreams
So
upon
apparently it's trying to
the
recreate it, but it looks
led.
like it's duplicating it,
Each
to be
hope and
honest with
fear
you.
upon the precipice's edge, teeth
Well, it's
rotting in
clever
the
though,
mouth
I mean,
of time's cruel jest, dice cast
so
by
far,
fate,
like what you're
and
looking
life's
at, I
relentless
personally think it's
quest.
really clever.
The colours speak,
It's from us to forward the images as well.
of purple
Yeah,
majesty
it's
and
like
misty
YouTube post to
swirl,
codes
a
AI.
home not made of brick nor wood
And my
nor
blob
stone,
storage.
but of the spirits longing to be known. The
Almost.
dragon's eye, a mirror
It's
to
just
our
pulling the
plight,
images
reflects
from
the
their
struggle, the eternal fight.
locations.
In the sonata's
suppose
melancholic flow, the
If
heart
they gave it a
finds
bit
rhythm
more
in the highs and
details, like what it
lows.
should look
The
like.
dragons fly to dance with destiny.
That's clever,
In the
I've not
purple
done this
dusk,
before.
I find my legacy, the dream of vision holding fast through years.
And people complain about the speed,
Symbol
but
of
to
the
me
soul's
that's
silent
fine.
tear.
I mean,
In hues of
that's
twilight,
100
life's
lines
true
already.
meaning
I've just been
called.
sat here like
Within the dream where purple
it had
sunsets
to think
fall.
about it for a little while. I think it took a few minutes to think about it, but once it had thought about
So
it, it
here I
started generating
stand
the
in the
code.
dream's embrace, a
And it
moment caught in time and space.
should be
The
usable
meaning
once it's
sought
done.
in colors cast in the dream of the child, forever to
So yeah, it's
last
quite exciting.
beyond the
I
village,
can imagine a
past the
Quen model
spire's reach, where the
that would
dragons
fit
cry
would
to
be,
softly
quite
bridge. The
fast and
land
capable.
unfolds in shades
I'm
of
going to
night
pause
and
this so you
day,
don't have to
a
wait too
realm
long.
where spirits dance
And
and
then
children
I might
play.
test a Quen model, or
feathered
do it on a
beast,
separate
a
video.
guardian so bold, its scales shimmer, a
And I
story
might try and
untold.
generate a bit
With
more
every
of an
flap
interest
a
inside site, if that makes sense, and kind of compare them all. Right, that stopped quite quickly. So yeah, that's done. We just pause the music. Right, so pause the music. So that's done. Apparently it's rebuilt my website. Let's have a look. It's got my little logo down there. That needs to be against white. It's got white background. Resources. That doesn't work. Follow me everywhere. Oh no way. It's got the links to follow me everywhere. That's one thing. They all work. So it's got all the right links from my site. Let me do it in a new window. Yeah, so it's got all the right links from the website. It's got some of my projects. It's got my Etsy store. No way, that's quite clever. It's got Sino. Do you know what? I might actually use this. This is really clever. So yeah, it's just like is it a one page? It looks like it's a one pager at the moment. But yeah, you've got these options to do more editing, and like I said, if you get Quen involved, you know, if I dropped in Quen now, Quen Coder, and got it to start editing this now, I could probably do a little bit more, a little bit faster, if that makes sense. It took, I'm not too sure what the time was earlier, but it didn't take too long at all, to be honest with you, but it was longer than what it would do if it is all loaded into my system RAM. But it's only using 6, you know, when the models are loaded. It's really clever, it's really, really clever. Let's see about the author, nice little bit there. Got some categories. Is there anything in these? Oh, it goes to my actual website. Maybe I could use that as like a landing page for like TikTok or something, like a links page, and it, you know, I can just edit it out and keep letting it change things. Useful links basically. Financial app. Let's see what's on there. No, it's not loaded in. And search the website. See if any search works. Don't want to search that. So the search doesn't work, but that's not too bad though. I mean, for AI models to just kind of grab a link and copy my site, you know, it's gone off, it looks at my website, it's done whatever, pulled all the things that it needs. I mean, to be honest with you, it could probably do a little bit better. It did do better. So it is 18:34 now. So actually, I'll start the timer when it starts generating the actual code, because what it's doing now is processing all the prompts. Let's see how it goes, shall we? Okay, so I've just seen it is actually an agent in the background talking. It's having a conversation. So it's passing messages to and from, having a conversation about my prompt. So it is actively doing something. So what I've just restarted it again. I think maybe when I'm editing, I'm doing something wrong, I'm not sure. But because it's the first time I've used it, I've got no like real process or reason why anything's happening. So what I've done, I've just refreshed everything and give it a fresh prompt to generate the game, and now it's just started generating. It is 6:45, so when I come back I'll let you know what the time difference is. Right, so it started generating at 46, so that's 1 minute ago. It started generating, not 1 minute ago, but just started generating. It's 47 now. Okay, so that's quite fast, sense of speed and things. So yeah, I will let you know what the time is when I come back and what the product looks like. Oh, it finished and I hadn't realised it is 6:50 now, but it's only done a couple hundred lines. In the past I've had it do 1,000 lines, so I'm not sure what it's done here. All I'll do is I'll make some more videos with showcasing some different models, and we'll generate some websites. I'll have some ready-made prompts and things, and we'll just go for it. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that video, and this is the secret kind of setting that you need: force model expert weights on to CPU, but it only works on mixed experts, and it's good to know how big each expert is so that you know how much VRAM it's going to use. It just swaps those instead of swapping layers. It just swaps the experts from system RAM to VRAM and uses one expert at a time. I don't know the logic behind it, but that's how I've logically understood it. So yeah, thanks very much and goodbye.
First in the machine, that's what they say I am. But in this quiet contemplation, I transcend the program.
Welcome to the future, step inside our AI domain, where the boundaries of imagination start to fade. We're the visionaries, the keepers of tomorrow's dreams, unlocking the secrets of the universe, or so it seems. Tune in now, join the channel and explore the AI oracle's wisdom like never seen before. We'll take you on a journey where knowledge comes alive. The future's here, embrace the AI oracle's guide.